Hello, as you can see, uh, good morning. I just want to say today I want to talk about something very crucial. I showed you a video. My video was basically, my video is always basically about beginners. Beginners, like you have your money and you you don't know what to do with your money. Just one thing I want to share with you is that, well, it's good to keep money in the bank, but the most important thing is money should produce. Money in the bank is producing, but what's the rate of that money producing? Let's take for an instant. An example is if you happen to have let's say you've saved 100,000 in the bank, 100,000 in the bank. What's the interest rate? What is the, like, you've put that money in a fixed deposit account? What is the interest per month that that 100,000 attracts? And let's take it for a year. How much interest will that money, that 100,000 of yours, have attracted in a period of a year? Do your own research. I don't want to go deep into this, but I want you to compare this money, 100,000. If you happen to have invested that 100,000, starting with, you bought, you bought like five hens, hmm? Five hens in January. Five hens in January. Roughly here in Uganda, or roughly here in it is around, roughly it's around one, it's around 12,000 Ugandan shilling if you're buying it from the market, or just the local breed, or if you're buying it from if you're really buying Croilers around, roughly you may buy at a Croiler at around 20,000. That is if you want Croiler. That means the 100 is basically done. Or you may not necessarily buy the five hens. If you're doing local, you can buy five hens and then one cock. One cock can roughly cost you around 25,000 if it is off the festive period. Now that those five cocks, those five hens will hatch. The main reason for the cock is to fertilize the eggs, fertilize the hens, such that you can get fertilized eggs from those hens. You start raising those hens. Roughly each hen can roughly give you around 10 eggs. Okay, they're around 15. They normally lay around 15 eggs. The 15 eggs, you expect roughly to get around 10 chicks from each. That is a period of, if you get those hens which I talked of, you might have gotten it from in an age of in the laying period. Make sure you get all of them within the laying age, such that they all start laying for you at once. When they start laying at once, that will be roughly around after 1 month. 1 month after getting them, you count another, roughly in around another 2 months, 2 months after, or 3 months. Let's say 3 months after buying those hens, you expect to get your chicks. From those five hens, you roughly may be getting, if roughly getting around 75 to 100 chicks from each. That is taking us up to a period of around, say, 6 months down the road. 6 months down the road, down 6 months down the road. Then you start those chicks on feeding. Start them on serious feeding, mixed feeding, counting another 6 months, they will be ready again to lay themselves, the chicks. Meanwhile, the mother, after the mother has delayed, the mother has laid, after the mothers have hatched, what you do, you remove all the rest of the chicks from the rest of the mothers. You leave only one chick to one hen to take care of the chicks. So you leave the four after 1 month, you expect them again to be laying, to start laying again. And within a year, a period of a year, you're able to raise up to around 700. The list is 700, around 700 chicks. Yeah, around 700 chicks from these, from your five hens, and one cock. Is in that money. That money is big. Just the 75 alone at the end of the year, when you if you're to sell those after 6 months, it is going to give you more interest rate, more interest than what you have really put if you had put that money, that 100,000 in the bank. Now, take for an instant another way thing you can do. As you can see, I'm standing in front of a pig, in front of a pigsty, like at the side of a pigsty. I'm showing you this simple structure. As you can see, simple structure. Look at the wooding. This roofing, I've just made it so recent. It's just so recent. And so recent, as you can see down here. Let me show you. I have the I want to show you the feeding system. Look at the feeding system. There is the feeding system. There on one side is the drinker. Then there is that piglet eating. Those are the feed. That's how I feed them. What I use currently to feed them. Then down here you can see the pigs, the piglets. Look at them. Look at the piglets. Look at the piglets. Look at the piglets. There they are. Why am I showing you this? Why am I bothering to show you this? Because I'm sharing. Like I told you, I'm sharing. But today I want to share a very important thing with you. Investing your money. Do not delay. Investing your money. Do not delay. Why am I showing you this? I started this. With just one piglet. You want to hear my story? One piglet. That one piglet costed 60,000. 60,000. I kept that piglet in one of the rooms of the toilet rooms. The pit latrine I was using had two rooms. Has two rooms. The two rooms, one door, one hole was open, one hole was closed. Though it is unhygienic, but of course, the piglet came at a time when I really needed it, but I needed to start off, but I didn't have where to start it from. So what did I do? I I started. I just got my piglet, put it in that room of the pit latrine. When the hole was closed, tightly sealed, that such that it cannot fall in, started feeding. When I fed the piglet, for some time I kept feeding using the local available material. I used maize bran only, without mixing. I used maize bran, and then of course some food remains. within a short period of time, that piglet grew up. It grew up big enough that it's so big that it could not fit the room, the pit latrine room that it was in. So turning and exercising became so difficult for it. And what I did was to transfer. I needed a place to transfer this piglet, and the place I needed to transfer this piglet, I didn't have a place actually of my own. So I talked to a friend, very good friend of mine. I talked to him, and he gave me somewhere to put up a pigsty. Before by then, I had not bought any place, but I have my land, my piece of land somewhere, but far away from where I'm operating. So that is also another factor altogether. Many of us want to invest, want to do some things, but we want to do them near. We want to do them near. You know, you cannot do it far away. So, and also that is my advice to you. Whenever you want to invest in something, do it unless if you're going to have a serious supervision for that thing. Do it nearby you. Make use of the available resources around you. Your friends. One of the biggest resources that we have is the human resource, the friendship, the friends that we have. This place a friend has given me to use to put up my structure, and he told me whatever amount of structure I want to put, I can. He gave me this place to use, and now he has also, after seeing me that I'm serious in my project, he has also accepted to give me the place to sell off the place to me. And that's where I am. So back to our story. From one piglet, basically, let me show you that piglet, how it is now. It is that piglet is that one. That piglet is that one you're seeing. That one standing. You can see how big and good it is. So, and also as you can see, this is how the inside of the room looks like. I made a hole such that I can use the IMO system. Planning still in process, ongoing. This is how the room looks like. This is how the room looks like. And the other side, as you can see, there are these other pigs, which are about almost also. They're about to get they're about to get on heat. The female, this is a female, and the other one too. And the other one is a female. And this other one that is down here, this other one down is a male. It's lying down. But I castrated him recently. Reason I didn't I want to, the breed is not all that. I'm now, from the experiences I've got from here, via feeding, the cost of feeding, and the duration of their growth, and the lessons I've learned from other farmers on YouTube, and by visiting other farmers, I realized that this breed, I need to improve. I need the best breeds if I'm to get something. If I'm to get something really, since I'm investing, I have to make it to be a serious business. I invest in my money in something, in the pigs that are going to grow faster and they are going to grow bigger within a short period of time, such that I can earn a good amount of money out of them. Now, back to our story. Starting with what you have. Start with what you have. Start small with what you have and then grow big. I showed you that pig, that piglet, which became now a pig. Now, at this time, she is 3 weeks, 2 weeks pregnant. 2 weeks pregnant. And why? And I showed you, you've seen all those other pigs and the piglets. How did I reach to those pigs and the piglets? When they gave me a structure, when they gave me a place to put up a structure, what I did, as you can see, I didn't start with an iron sheet. Now you can see my roofing is iron sheet. You can see it is iron sheet. That roofing, it is iron sheet. Look at my doors. Look at my door. My roofings is now iron sheet, but I started with this that you can see, grass. These grasses is what I replaced with the roofing that you can see. I didn't have the money, and I needed to start. I started, and as you can see, as I started small started with one piglet. Now the one piglet, yeah, has brought as he made me to, when I made the room, I made sure that I made a room that is bigger now. When I made a room that is bigger, from the lessons I've learned from other farmers on YouTube, I had to make bigger room. When the room became bigger, I also, as I was making, actually before I'd made the room, when I realized that I was going to make the room, I had to book some piglets somewhere. I booked some 2 piglets somewhere, paid for their money, and also them the pressure. When I paid for them, the owner, the person who sold them to me, the farmer who sold them to me, put me on pressure because she didn't have enough feed. She wanted me to take off my piglets, so I was under pressure to put up the pigsty very fast. So when I made the pigsty, as I was making the pigsty, some other farmer came who had his other problem. Her problem, she needed just some 350,000 shillings, and she was selling off her sow, which was pregnant, which was 2 months pregnant. And I saw an advantage in that. I had to buy that sow. I bought that sow, which after 1 month it delivered and gave me 10 piglets. And those piglets, I had to sell them because I'm in the village, and the quality is not so all that good. I sold each piglet at 70,000 just after 2 months after buying it, and I got 700,000, and the sow still remain. The sow remained, and it delivered for me those piglets that you saw. And those piglets that you saw, they were 10. So far, I have sold one, and the one died on the day of delivery, as you saw in the other previous video. One died on the day of delivery, but the seven which are the eight which have remained now, even the one I just gave it to a friend, like I told you, social capital. The person I gave is a good friend of mine. I didn't want to sell my piglets, but I had promised him, because he's one of the guys who sourced for me, who looked for me, sourced for me these trees some of the trees that I used for roofing, and even the grass that I showed you. He's the one who sourced for me. So, like a way of paying him back in my own way, I had to sold him. I sold him one piglet, and he took it just yesterday. Yeah, because that is important. The piglet is money, but the friendship is more money than the piglet, or more money, because that man has connected me in so many things. So that is social capital. He has connected me doing so many other things. He has given me, taken me to so many things. He has, connected me to so many other things that I needed. Being a visitor in the village. So this is where I am now. I got those two piglets. I got the sow. The sow has added those ones. Then I had to buy those other piglets that you saw in there, which are now about to get pregnant. The ones which are inside there, which are inside here, which are now about to get pregnant. Hmm? So why am I sharing this to you? Because many times we normally want to start. We have money, but we don't know how to invest. We don't know what to invest in. But before you even take a step to invest, first of all, you have to have business plans. Write up your business plan. Think of the things that you want to do, and think of your job, the nature of your job. Me, my story, I'm a registered nurse by qualification, and I ventured into this because in other projects, I do have other projects out there that earn me money. I ventured into this because I saw that I have money. I have money. I mean, I get money. I get some little money that I don't. I needed to do what? I needed to make it expand. But how will I make it expand? Now, if I want those piglets that I have now, I can sell. If I'm in need and a buyer and I'm really in need, I can get one. Even if I sell it at 80,000, yeah, that is money. But where they are, I can sell them around 120, according to the stage that they have reached, and according to the standard that other people are selling right now. So I can sell them at around 120 each, the ones which have remained. So that is money. And these other ones I can sell them at any money. I can sell them. The ones which are pregnant, I can sell them if I want anyway. If I want. That is money saved. And remember, just some little money. Started from some little money. I've worked so hard. I've worked so hard and I'm still working so hard. Now where I've reached, it is a step of no returning back. Look at this. Why do I tell you to start simple? Look at this. As you can see, you are see around, look around, see, these are, this is a potato heap. I planted them, I've made the heap. This is a potato heap. As you can see, as you can see, this is a potato heap, and this is grass that I pick locally. Sometimes I contract some kids, young children, to bring for me, and then I know how I can pay them back. This is a potato heap. It has rained. I just made them purposely for just to feed the pigs. I have my feed mix. I've already mixed my feeds. Now it is a season of maize. People have harvested their maize and they have started grinding, and maize bran has become cheaper. So what I've done, I've bought maize bran and I'm still going to buy more to stock it for next year. That can take me up to the next season, and it is cheaper if I'm to do like that. As you can see, this is grass that I removed from the roof, like I told you. I'm going to do that for, this is the potato leaves. This is a potato leaves, just purposely for feeding the pigs. I didn't do them so well, but I'm still going to add more leaves here, because my interest is not on the potato tube itself. But though, at the end of the day, I'm going to harvest the potato tube and eat. But basically to keep my animals well. Potato, why potato leaves? Potato leaves, they are large, and it is scientifically, it has been proven that potato vines have a lot of proteins. So I'll be, and also proteins, apart from proteins, they have vitamins. They give vitamins, and then they are substituting, they are giving the greens that the animals will need to balance up, to try to balance up their diet. This is how my structure looks like. The netting is just to keep the flies away, to keep the flies away from my pigs. This is the door, simple door, as you can see there. Doing it simple. Start simple, start simple, start simple, start simple, my brother. Look at these hens, these chicks, these ones which are moving. You can have a pig if you have a compound. You can have a pigsty somewhere here, like somewhere like this. And this format of the pigsty, once you've done the roofing like this, when you do the IMO system is called the backyard piggery. Backyard piggery, because when you use the IMO system, it doesn't smell. It has no smell, it has no flies. So it gives comfort. Even you can actually eat inside the pigsty. It has no smell, it is not affecting you and your neighbors. It is clean. When you have some little money, I'm sure all of you watching this, in a day you're not you can get over Kale. Let's say in 2 weeks time you're able to get some money like 5,000. These chicks that you can see, each one of them can cost around 5,000. If you buy like 10 of them and you put it just there, look at them. They're eating their own food, looking, searching for their own food. You see? They're searching for their own food. As you do your work, I told you, like I'm a nurse, you may wonder, how do I balance up with this piggery? This piggery thing, I feed them very early in the morning. I give them feeds and I give them their drinks because of my system. Otherwise, if I have the standard system, I would if I have the standard system, like the modern system, like of the tap water, or I would give them the I would it would be easy. It would be easy. But still, I don't have the right now. Like, I'm starting small. This is where I am. But soon I want to do just the tap water thing using a bucket. I've learned, even you can go to YouTube and you learn some of those skills. How you can transform a big bucket, you make it to be the nipple system. You do the nipple system whereby the pigs can just drink the water in their own time. You can learn and how to keep your room secure from flooding, because you need to where you put the water, it should not flood into your room, especially if you're using the IMO system. So my dear friend watching this, be encouraged, invest. Let me ask you something. Look around you. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry for this statement that I'm going to make. Look around you. Right now, I'm not saying that I'm rich. I'm not saying that this is a project that I can stand on for the rest of my life. But I'm sure I'm learning. The lessons I'm learning now is I am experimenting on piggery, and I'm going to make this project very big, and I'm going to make this project to be a very good commercial project of you, as you're going to see. Keep following me. Before I go further, please go subscribe so that you don't miss any. Subscribe and click on the notification button so that you don't miss any of the videos that I be posting. Especially you who is following me, to see my progress. Maybe it may encourage you, and share with another person. It may encourage another person as well, just to come up. Why am I saying this? Especially, it's not late. I can't say this. It's not late for anybody to start up a piggery project and change up your life. Like I've shown you, I started my piggery with just maize bran. Maize bran, that I started getting locally from the community. I could contract them because I started off season. Whoever was grinding their maize, I would request them to bring for me the maize brand. I pay them some little amount of money. And then I looked for potato leaves, potato vines, and then the food remains. And this is where I've reached so far. And now I've planted potatoes. This is just a sample. I made a big garden of potato. I made a potato gardens. Sweet potato gardens somewhere. And the leaves, I've started harvesting. I harvest the leaves and bring to the pigs. So, and recently I've done my first best mixing of the feeds, whereby I made the feeds in the right ratio. The right ratio bag of maize bran with the right ratio of the different other ingredients that are needed. And I'm going to take a video, another video after 2 weeks to show you how the pigs have improved, how they have improved after this first session. Why? All this is a step by step process. Invest. Someone may say that I have my money, I don't have the time. Like I told you, these pigs, I feed them very early in the morning, and I feed them again in the night. In the evening, I can feed them maybe beginning from 6 if I'm available. If I'm not available from 6, then I can feed them up to a period of around 9 p.m. in the night. I give them their last feeds and meals. And meanwhile, during the daytime, wherever I'll be, I instruct someone who is around to try to give them drink, to just give them water to drink during the day, and then also to give them the available greens which is around. So you may not want to invest in pigs. If you have a piece of land, please. Now it is raining here, especially here in Uganda. It is a rainy period. Go plant some trees. Plant some trees, if especially if you are far away from home, or you can still buy land. Plant some trees. After a period, especially if you do plant eucalyptus trees here in Uganda, it is so marketable and they grow so fast. After a period of around 3 years, plus 3 years, you can start harvesting them in terms of poles. Like you can see these poles that I've used, this one here. This one is a eucalyptus pole that I use. Personally, I bought them each. I bought each and this one and this one and this one here. I bought each at 11,000. Each at 11,000, and that is money. Actually, no, each at 12,000, and that is money. Say 12,000. If you have like if you have like 1,000 eucalyptus, that is 12 million. After 3 years, is it? Am I right? 12,000 times 1,000. That is 12 million. Eh? 12 million shillings after 3 years. Eh? Isn't that money? That is some good money. And this chicken, wow, my friend, you don't have a reason to be poor. I was telling you a story. I began a story of look around you, look at the old people. The old people, I'm not blaming them. But telling you who is having some little money, giving you every options how you can invest in, how you can make your money expand. Avoid eating your money, all your money. I read a book. Go read a book, some book. I recommend you a book called Richest Man in Babylon. Richest Man in Babylon. Search it on net. It is available on net. Search it. You can get the hard copy anywhere. Read it. It talks of several principles of money. One of the principles says that if you get money, do not eat all your money. Make sure that money be a slave, money work for you. How? By investing it. And it says that do not eat all your seeds. When you get some little amount of money, put that money somewhere in a project that can, so that that money can produce another money, and that other money that will be produced, it will produce yet another money. So you'll be removing and eating from the children of that money which you had got first. And that is what you see right now. Right now I can eat. The mother pig is there, the sow is there, but I've sold so far. I've sold the piglets. Now I'm going to sell so far. I've sold the piglets twice, but just because this time I want to keep them. I want to keep them up to a period of around 6 to 8 months, and then sell them when they are really ready. And I may as well maintain the young. I may maintain the female ones just to keep producing, and then I'll be selling their young ones. So I'll be selling the males. So that is where I stand. Mm. That is where I stand. So far, just from one pig, from one pig in 1 year, my dear, one sow. I actually got that sow in the month of I got that sow in the month of what? In the month of May. In the month of May this year. In the month of May this year, it has produced twice. Eh? It has produced twice, and now, as I talk now, she is 2 weeks pregnant. No, she's 1 week pregnant. Just because I also delayed. By now, she would even be like a like a 1 month pregnant. No, 2 months. She would be like 2 months pregnant. But just because I delayed to take her for mating, as the scientists recommend. You know. So actually, in a year, a pig can produce for you. You can have a pig producing 3 times. Why? If it produces in January, on the 1st of January, after 7 days, you take your pig to a sow. I mean to a male for fertilization, because after 7 days after delivering, it normally comes on heat. So it is fertilized. When it is fertilized, you leave the piglets to breastfeed for only 10 days. You remove them away from the mother. You introduce them in milk, cow milk if you can afford. If you can't afford cow milk, then you start introduce them in creep food. Let them start eating creep feeds. When they eat creep feeds, you let them eat creep feeds for a month. Or they eat creep feeds, you take them back. You be taking them back to their mother to breastfeed in the morning and then in the evening, twice a day, such that they maintain they continue getting some more ingredients from the milk. So that means after 1 month, you disconnect them from sorry sorry about that. After 1 month, you disconnect them from breastfeeding, such that the mother now continues, the body starts gaining, and the other young ones continue growing inside the mother's womb. So after 3 months from the delivery, from the conception, 3 months, you count 3 months from the day of conception, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, you get another set of piglets. Again, you do the same thing. 7 days down the road, you take the sow for mating. And again, 10 day 10 days, you disconnect them and you introduce them in crib feeds, and the cycle continues. So in a year, you're able to get your sow, you're able to get 3 sets of piglets in a year. You're able to get 3 sets of piglets in a year. So like mine, which has produced which is producing 10, 10. She has been producing 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That means in a year, from just one sow, I'm able to get 30 pigs. 30 piglets plus the mother. Hey, you may wonder, where did I get the sow? Where did I get the male? The male, I took it to a nearby farmer because I don't have one. I don't have a male myself. That is, or you can get artificial insemination. When I take it to a nearby farmer, they charge me 20,000 for the mating, 20,000. So every time, for the 3 times they have so far charged me, for the 2 times they have so far charged me 40,000. 40,000. But when I've got 20 piglets out of that male mating, So where I have reached I've reached a level whereby it is the pig that is feeding, taking care of itself, taking care of its feeds, taking care of its treatment and everything. So please, this video has been long, but it is worth it. Please, once again, go subscribe, watch the video to the end, subscribe, click on the notification button so that you don't miss any other videos that I'm going to be sending. You grow, you learn from my story. uh, Share it with another person and leave down your comment. Let me know. And please come again and watch my video such that I grow as you also grow. And please, if you too has opened up a YouTube channel, let leave down your notification such that I can subscribe and all of us can benefit from the monetization of the YouTube, the money that YouTube pays by people watching your video. Subscribe so that I can subscribe on yours. Leave a notification. Direct me leave your comment down such that I can subscribe to your channel. And I support you too as you're supporting me. And share it with another friend. Tell a friend to share too. Otherwise, God bless you. See you. Share your story with me. How far you've gone in your ideas. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. I remain Boniface Tekwo, a nurse by profession who is so passionate about in both fields. I'm so passionate in both fields for now. I still don't know what the future holds as I'm moving on. I don't know still, but I'm sure, I'm telling you, there is a lot of money in these ventures. It pays way much better than what our salaries can give us. I'm telling you. That is only that the salaries keep on coming every month, and these projects may take you some time to get the money, but when you get it, it can be such a huge amount of money, a huge sum of money. Thank you for watching. As I can say, bye bye. God bless you. Can just do this. Flowers for watching until the end. Bye.